Hey YouTube, so today we've got another episode of not First Look, but this is the series going forward will be called Taking a Look At, and I want to call it Taking a Look At just because namesake, it just makes more sense. Most of these games I have played before, or I've played already, so today taking a look at episode 3 will be of Mega Man Legends. And I chose Mega Man Legends today because, one, I've wanted to do a replay through of it for quite some time, and two, my save file got deleted, so I kind of had to do a replay through of it. Mega Man Legends is one of my more favorite PlayStation 1 games. I love Mega Man Legends. I just got Mega Man Legends 2, which is why I wanted to start playing through it again. I don't know, there's just something about this game. It has so much charm. But yeah, so as you can see from the footage right now, I am shooting at various things inside the cave, or inside this dig. Basically, at this part of the game, I just finished fighting a lot of bosses. Uh, let's see, City Hall was just destroyed and everything, so it's my job to fix it because I'm Mega Man, I guess. But yeah, I'm also kind of using this as Zenny grinding because the more Zenny I have in this game, the more stuff I can buy, the more I can upgrade City Hall and stuff like that. So it's pretty interesting. I'm using my special weapon, which is landmines, because I don't really tend to use them that much. And in this footage, you can tell that I'm kind of favoring it with these two robot goons who just kind of chase you around and shoulder tackle you, on fun stuff like that. But yeah, so this is the first time in this series when I'm actually not doing live commentary. I'm doing post commentary. I just wanted to see what it'd be like doing post for a change rather than live. And so far, I'm not liking it that much. I think I'm going to just stick to live commentary for this. I don't know. I just feel like my live commentary works better, and it's easier for me to talk about the game while I'm playing the game. Because right now I'm trying to focus on the footage, but the footage on hand doesn't really interest me that much because I've already played the game. So yeah, so right now I'm at an elevator belt, and I'm figuring out how the switches work and stuff like that. I've already done this part prior to this footage, so me looking at it again doesn't really help me that much. In fact, as you can see, I leave that room entirely after about, I don't know, 30 seconds of being in there, just because I already know where to go next and what to do next. I just wanted to show it off for you guys. So going forward, I go up and I start to take on the Queen Hives again. The Queen Hives are pretty awesome in this game because they give you a lot of Zenny, which is this game's money. I think I mentioned that earlier, but so they give you a lot of Zenny, so I like to attack and kill them and take all of their money because, the acquisition of Zenny is very important to our lifestyle. The lifestyle being that the one where I have all the good stuff in Mega Man Legends. But yeah, so I haven't, in case you guys can tell from the footage, I'm not using the landmines very much anymore. In my opinion, the splash mines, that's what they're called, by the way. The splash mines are like the weakest weapon in Mega Man Legends. But yeah, I'm picking up all the Zenny that I can. I want to get as rich as possible. In fact, actually, I think after I recorded this, I went to the shop and I just bought pretty much everything that's worth anything this early in the game. Like, I think I already have close to the best weapon, the best attack set that I can get, and the best range and energy set that I can get. and I'm pretty sure I'm close to maxed out health as well. I checked the hole right there just to see if there was anything in it, hoping that I got lucky, and I didn't. I forgot that I actually had checked it prior to this, but that's a big thing with this game, is that you want to check like any of the small holes. And right now, Roll is yelling at me, telling me about the time when she was my first spotter, which kind of, I don't know. If you look at the recording and stuff, it'll say 3 days, and then it's like it was supposed to be back in the day. So pretty funny English to mistranslation on Capcom's behalf. And right here, I'm just trying to figure out why this chest is going so slow. And then I remember, oh yeah, that's right. You have to hit this switch right here, and that'll make it actually go faster. So I do that, and then it goes quite a bit faster. And then I just sprint down to catch the chest, and once the chest explodes open, I get a starter, which is used for the very beginning. Boy, I probably should have explained that, but basically in this dig, you need to start up everything again, or start up you have to collect this reflector shard, so that way you can power up Mega Man's ship. I know that probably sounds pretty weird, but it makes sense in the context of the game. But yeah, right here I forgot that I had to start from the bottom and then work my way up to the top again, so that definitely kind of sucked. Could have been worse. But yeah, so I just continue forward, back off of the ice trails. My goal with the ice trails was just not to touch any of them, because like, I don't know, I just don't like touching them. Whenever I do this segment right here with this ice bridge that just collapses, my goal is always to not touch the ice bridge at all. And right here I pick up a treasure chest which contains a spring set, which you guys will see later. It makes Mega Man jump higher. And from the audio, you guys probably heard something Roll talking about there not being a Reaver bot. And this is actually really funny the way how Capcom did this. So right here I actually get stuck on this door set right here for a solid 2 minutes. Not because it's hard, but because the controls in this game haven't aged that well. They're very tank-like in Resident Evil, so this is something that would be way easier nowadays, where you have fixed, where controls in games have come much further. But yeah, so I'm stuck for a solid 2 minutes, just doing this door puzzle. And this door puzzle, I hate this thing. Whenever I come back to this game, this is always one of the things that like I dread the most. I'm always like, oh, this door puzzle sucks, and I mean that. This thing is terrible. Like, I messed this up so many times. And it's not even that it's hard, it's just because of game mechanics why it's difficult, not because of legitimate reasons, which would be like, oh well, this is hard because the game's designed around that. No, this is just hard just because the controls haven't aged that well in this game, unfortunately. I mean, I still love this game, but the controls don't hold up that well. But once you get used to them, in my opinion, once you get used to the controls in this game, like a majority of games, once you get used to the controls, they're not that bad. It's just a matter of whether or not you're willing to get used to those controls. And I think Mega Man Legends is a perfect example of a good game with arguably enough, not that great of, with just one thing holding it back, and that's the controls. Like for an early PlayStation game, Mega Man Legends looks really good. Let's see, like rules. Mega Man's character model. I've always felt like this is the definitive Mega Man model is his Mega Man Legends look. In fact, actually, I have an action figure from this game, and I finally crossed the thing after a solid 2 minutes, and I pick up the last ignition switch or reflector shard or whatever, and right here I just do this giant jump down. I think I do like a 20 feet jump, and Mega Man doesn't get any fall damage or anything like that, so that's pretty great. But yeah, so uh, prior, let's see, in a couple of seconds you're gonna see that I put the final reflector shard in its piece, and what happens next is actually a really funny scene, because the way how the game prior to this scene phase in the game, you fight like 4 bosses in a row, so you're kind of expecting another boss on this dig, but what happens next is actually really quite humorous, and I'm talking through the cutscene, I think. What happens next is that you don't fight a boss, and Mega Man is completely ready to fight a boss in this cutscene. He has the expression and everything, and then he's like, "Oh, I guess I'm just not going to fight a boss." It's pretty great. It's one of my more favorite moments in the game. It's moments like that with Mega Man Legends that make it where this game's character and personality really show and everything. Stuff like that. I think that's why the Mega Man Legends games are so endearing to fans of not just Mega Man, but fans of video games, because believe it or not, excluding Mega Man 2 and Mega Man 8 and X2 and X4, besides those ones, I don't like Mega Man that much, and I know that's probably blasphemy to some, but in my opinion, Mega Man peaked at 2, and then everything after 2 was just But yeah, so right now I'm upgrading Mega Man. I took myself to Roll, and Roll made me a grenade arm, which I equip right here. And she also turned the spring set into the jump springs, which is also pretty cool, because that gives me a higher jump, as you guys will see in a couple seconds. The grenade arm is pretty much how it sounds. You throw grenades, which is really flipping cool. I have data charge my life and my energy, even though I'm pretty sure I didn't really need it. And then I equipped the grenade arm just so that way I can show it off for you guys. But yeah, so then I exit. And once after I exit, I just show off my regular jump, and my regular jump is pretty pathetic. So then I decide that I'm going to equip the jump spring, just to show off how much higher of a jump you can get using that. But yeah, so then I decided to go back into the cave and kind of just explore an area that I wasn't able to explore. Well, explore a little bit of it. I don't explore all of it, just because this video was getting to the 18-minute mark by the time that I was ready, or by the time that I noticed that the recording was going on for pretty long. So I explore a little bit, but not that much, unfortunately. So I just start out by throwing a couple of grenades, trying to get them to work, and I finally got it to kill an enemy. And actually, much to my surprise, I start spamming the grenades, because in Mega Man Legends I never found the special weapons to really be that useful. Like, the landmine one is terrible, and the grenade I'd never used actually in any other run-throughs of this game that I did. But yeah, so much to my own surprise, the grenades are kind of useful. So I'll probably be using those for a little while. But yeah, most of the special weapons in Mega Man Legends just aren't that special, if I'm telling the truth. Um, Although, like, I think the thing that's awesome about this game is making your Mega Buster, because you make your Mega Buster, you can make that thing really freaking awesome. You can make it super powerful and able to shoot super far, or able to shoot a lot but not shoot far. It's a really interesting mechanic for something that was around in the PlayStation 1 era, because not too many games were really doing stuff like that, where you could just upgrade your weapons and upgrade like the character himself and his sub weapons. Like, I don't think a lot of action RPGs I know Mega Man Legends, and calling it an action RPG might be a little bit of a stretch, but really, what else would you call Mega Man Legends? But yeah, I don't think that there were that many other like action RPGs like Mega Man Legends that were really doing this sort of thing back in '98 when Mega Man Legends came out. I think it was '98 when Mega Man Legends came out. I'm not sure. But yeah, so I think that that's another thing, is that these games are kind of low key, super innovative. But yeah, I know like the scope of these games are awesome. Um, but yeah, so coming up right here, I just clear this floor of enemies and of treasure, and then I'm like, well, it's been about 17 minutes. I should probably stop recording and start doing the audio for this and try and get this video up right now, because I haven't posted a video in a couple days, and I'm a little bit sorry for that. I try and do a video a week, so I wanted this to be my video for this week at the bare minimum. But yeah, so right here, I just turn tail and run back to data and run back to roll. So that way I can get my save and I can end the recording. But yeah, so I'm just going to be closing off the video right now. If you guys enjoyed this, be sure to leave a like and comment and subscribe. If you guys like me doing post commentary, please leave a comment for that. All of your support helps. Thank you guys very much. Have a wonderful night.